What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Optimum Athletes podcast. I am James McCauley. I'm the strength coach here, and I have Dylan Carlson here with me. He was drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals in 2016, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he just debuted for them last year, and he's been getting after it in the gym with me here at Optimum for the last couple of months. So, Dylan, thanks for taking the time to come through.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I love keeping track of the sack guys. It seems like there's one or two of you that get taken early every year, and it's great to see that you were that dude in 16. It's great to see you made it up already at 21, now 22. It's awesome. So, just getting right into it. Like, usually the question I ask guys is if it's like showcases or travel ball, but you kind of had a unique setting at Elk Grove, which I think to be the juggernaut of all juggernauts of baseball programs here. Like, your dad's probably the best coach I've seen here. So, like, what was it like being brought up in that kind of lineage with like Dom, Derek, Rowdy, then Nick, the grade above you, and then the spotlight shifting to you by the time you were a senior? Like, what was it like with eyes all the time at Elk Grove?
Yeah, it was a real blessing, definitely. Just being able to be around the game, being exposed to such a high level of baseball at a young age, just kind of getting to see how things were done the right way. And, just growing up knowing that's the only way how to do things, it kind of just put me on a good path. And, as you pointed out, eyes were on us all the time. I mean, whether it was college scouts, professional scouts, but from my freshman year to my senior year, probably only a handful of games that there wasn't a scout at. So, it was just kind of something you got used to, and, definitely those guys in front of me really helped me a lot and helped pave a way for me to, eventually get drafted and be where I am today.
Yeah, I know you played a hell of a schedule too. You faced All-Americans like Hoop, and you went to Boris and eyes were all out there, but yeah, just having everyone day to day at your place, it probably just desensitized it to you, and really a lot of kids would get struck by the flashing lights when they're there, but I feel like you were probably really used to it at the time,
Definitely. It made us more comfortable,
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
it just always seemed like there was a person a grade ahead of you that they were looking at. So, they obviously were watching you also at the game at a younger age, but, it really wasn't your turn yet, so to speak. Mm-hmm. But, they were always watching, and you just knew, it brought that different, edge to the game each and every day. Even practice, I mean, you'd come out to practice some days, there's a Pac-12 coach there or something like that, and, it just kind of upped the level of intensity each and every day. And, real fortunate the coaches there, along with the teachers at Elk Grove, just, they were real awesome, and we all had a great experience.
Yeah, understandable, yeah. And I feel like that kind of nice base for you has really helped you take care of business, and you did what a first rounder is supposed to do, getting through the minors. You're fortunate enough to be healthy throughout the whole thing, and you got there at 21, and you get the call that everyone wants to get. You're getting to the show. So this year was unique, to say the least. Mm-hmm. So how was it getting the call during the COVID season, and take us through a day, through the process, how your process was changed in baseball, the most routinized sport out of all of them, really. What changed for you? What was different from what you expected? Mm-hmm. What was the day-to-day there for you?
Yeah, it was still real exciting to be called up during COVID. I was pretty fired up. You got to the field, there were definitely some things you noticed that were a little different. The scheduling, the time you could report before the game, not being able to meet as a group. Those were some different things right away that you noticed. You had slotted times to hit in the cage, just things like that. I mean, it just changed the preparation. Didn't make it impossible, but just, you just kind of had to adjust and adapt and really be able to figure out what worked for you and what doesn't. And, it was really not a experiment, but more of a, just learning and finding what you need to get ready each and every day, adjusting your routine and figuring out what works best. I really just took this year as a year of learning, and, real excited, looking forward to this next season.
Yeah, I mean, you had some good role models there. Did you have a singular vet who kind of took you under their wing? Because I know in some sports, for the Kings, there are guys who are their vet when they're rookies. So did you have a guy like that? I know you talked about Goldie getting you a suit. You're in the fantasy with the guys. Did you have any singular guy, or was it all the position guys that just welcomed you?
There was just, there's so many guys. The list goes on in that clubhouse. I mean, we have so many veterans willing to help. I mean, a couple guys in particular, Matt Wieters, really, all the way from spring training, was a big role model for me. Just helped me out, kind of took me under his wing. The list goes on and on. There's so many guys in the clubhouse that I could just talk to at any time, and, I'm in a real fortunate position, and like I said, I'm real excited moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely ended on a strong note. You finished the season hitting cleanup for him. So, when you came out of the season looking back on it, And going into the off season, what did you really want to get out of this off season when you came to OA, both on the Keim side and then also on the hitting side with Brock? And I know you talked to Max a lot too. I'm not really on that one, but like for the me and Keim side, what do you look to get out of that? I know the Cards had goals for you, but like, did you have any specifics you wanted to get out of the weight room and the PT side?
Well, I kind of had I did some research. I saw that you guys do the assessments and different things. So, I was really excited and eager to, be assessed and see where specifically I could improve. And then just from there, this off season, we've really hammered those areas and, tried to make me a complete athlete. And so for me, that was kind of the big focus, just understanding myself and, running through those assessments, helping me get better and helping me realize areas I may have not even known I needed to, work on. So that was the big focus for me, just finding a way to get better each and every day.
Yeah, I definitely, I've been with you through most of the days, and I can say we've done that. You go about your business in a very serious and focused manner, and I've really appreciated that. Not everyone's like that. So it's really refreshing to see someone who takes themselves seriously, takes this process seriously, because they know the trajectory they have when they're on the path you're on. And I'm glad you take that seriously.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So on the hitting side, again, I don't know jack squat about that really. It's mostly you and Brock. So when you're in the cage, what's a day look like for you in there? Like I see you taking the hacks, but like, what are you guys working on this offseason? You trying to work on a certain pitch in a certain spot, hitting to a certain part of the field using certain parts?
there's an overall goal, just kind of, there's sort of a feeling you want to get each and every day. You know what a good swing feels like, and you want to kind of, just be consistent. For me, the main thing I focused on is just consistently moving well and, understanding and figuring out the points of the swing that I know that I need to get to for that day. Some days you're going to need a little more of whatever you need that day. For me, some days, it's kind of, my balance is a little off, so I really got to focus on that, my ankle stability, different things like that. Just areas I'm always looking to improve. I'm a little critical of myself, but there's just always something you can work on each and every day, and we really hammer it in there. We start with flips usually, and then that turns into a little BP, and then we finish with machine, just kind of challenging ourselves. Luckily we have those hit tracks tools, different things like that.
Sort of getting the instant feedback there.
I've been using the Diamond Kinetic sensor. So I mean, just things like that give us instant feedback and, let us know some information. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's great. So going into this season, what do you have for goals on the field? I know we were like adding some lean mass from the Cards, hitting the foot strike. So like, what do you want to get out of the in-season? Like trying to maintain this obviously, but like on the field, do you have goals for yourself, for the team? What are you guys competing for this year?
For me, I just want to contribute and help the team win any way possible. Obviously, I'd like to have a great season, and it could go a lot of different ways. And I'm real excited to just get out there and play. We have a good group of guys, and I'm really eager to get out there. I'm looking to make some noise and
I know there are some expectations out
do
there.
some damage.
I mean, we've talked,
do some damage for sure. But at the end of it, just go out there, have some fun, and play the game.
It's not always going to show up in the stat sheet, and we kind of talked about that with the rider yesterday. You had some bad luck on variables out of your control. You just got to control what you can do, make sure your process is there, and you're doing the best you can do, put yourself in the best position to succeed. So like, it might not be there in the stat sheet, but like we'll see it on the field. It's not all going to show up. So contributing to the success, I'd say, was my main thing for you too. If the team gets better and you're a big part of that, I'll be happy with how you did too. So I think there are some lofty goals and aspirations for you out there. You have some nice projections and comps. I'm looking forward to seeing you getting to do that. You got anything else you want to say to the people out here before we head out?
No, I just, I'm real thankful for this place and, looking forward to a good 2021.
Yeah, we're going to get after it on this last month or so before you head out, huh?
Definitely.
All right, man. Thanks for taking the time.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.